All right, let's start the interview coaching session.
Hi there. Welcome to your People Squad interview practice session. I'm here to help you refine your responses to some of the more challenging interview questions. We'll go through them together, and I'll give you feedback to help you improve. Let's start with a question that often trips people up. What is your greatest weakness? Take your time, and when you're ready, go ahead and share your response.
Greatest weakness? Ooh, that's a tough one. I feel like strength is probably, more what comes to mind. I feel like I'm really good at a lot of work analyzing data, managing budgets. My boss just gave me massive sort of praise for a lot of stuff I'm doing. I even got the Employee of the Month award the other day, so I can't even think of an actual weakness. So sorry, nothing.
Thanks for sharing that. It's clear that you have a lot of strengths, and it's great that you're recognized for your hard work. However, in an interview, when asked about a weakness, it's important to provide a thoughtful and honest answer. Not being able to identify a weakness can sometimes come off as lacking self-awareness. Here's what I recommend. Try to identify a real area where you've had challenges or needed improvement in the past. It doesn't have to be something that dramatically impacts your job performance. The key is to show that you recognize this area and have taken steps to address it. For example, you might say something like, I've sometimes struggled with time management, especially when managing multiple projects at once. But I've been working on this by using tools like project management software and setting more detailed schedules, which has helped me improve. Would you like to try that question again with this approach in mind?
Yeah, thank you. Well, to be honest, I actually find working with people super difficult and honestly quite annoying. Most people are just no good at their job and they made poor decisions. I really prefer to stay away, to just work on my own mostly. Some people get emotional and difficult. So yeah, I'm just not much of a people person.
I appreciate your honesty. It's important to be truthful in an interview, but the way we present our weaknesses is key. When discussing a challenge like working with people, it's helpful to frame it in a more constructive way. For example, you could say, in the past, I found working with large groups challenging because I'm naturally more of an independent worker. However, I've recognized the importance of collaboration, and I've been focusing on improving my communication skills and finding ways to contribute effectively in team settings. This approach acknowledges your preference for working independently, but also shows that you're actively working on becoming more comfortable with teamwork, which is something employers will appreciate. Would you like to try rephrasing your answer using this approach?
Yeah, thanks for that. Well, I think one of my weaknesses are analysis paralysis. That's probably the best way to describe it. I'm very good at analyzing things deeply, but it has the downside that sometimes I get lost in the weeds of it. I explore lots of options, go into a lot of detail, but instead of keep moving and sort of eventually come to a resolution, I get sidetracked and take too much time. One of my bosses actually pulled me up on it, and I found that really helpful. And I've since really sort of had a sort of good look at myself and notice it across the board. But I've found some really helpful ways to tackle it and get on top of it, where I limit my options. I set myself time limits on how much I should invest in particular things. I prioritize tasks, so I make sure I only explore the options that are really worth exploring. And I've also generally explained that to my manager to sort of keep an eye out for it. So if I ever take too long, that they are more than welcome to sort of tell me about it, so I'm not in the dark and not wasting anyone's time. So I find that really helpful, and it's definitely improved a lot. And I'm always open to sort of continue to improve further.
That's a fantastic response. You've done a great job of acknowledging a real weakness, explaining how it has impacted you, and detailing the steps you've taken to address it. Your response shows self-awareness, a proactive approach to improvement, and a willingness to continue growing, all qualities that interviewers look for. You also balanced honesty with positivity by framing the issue as something you're actively working on and improving, which is key. Overall, your answer is clear, professional, and reflects a mature attitude toward personal development. Nicely done. Would you like to move on to another question, or is there anything else you'd like to refine with this one?
Yeah, let's move on to the next question.
Great. Let's tackle another common but tricky interview question. Why are you leaving your current job? Take your time to think about your response, and when you're ready, go ahead and share it.